Deji has been in the influencer boxing game since the beginning, the very beginning, back all the way back when he fought Jake Paul on that card where KSI fought Logan Paul for the very first time. And since then, he's had his ups. Well, he's had a lot of downs, and then now he's had a lot of ups. And although he has looked better than ever, in that Swarms fight, he did look impressive. But like we've seen it plague many fighters in the past similar. I'll use Andy Ruiz as an example when he beat Anthony Joshua. If you let it get to your head, it could be a very bad thing and your career could just go downhill. So you could see right here on this Twitter thread, someone said, please get Deji back to camp. And Leon Wills said, haven't seen him since that he fought Swarms. And that is really bad, right? I know from the picture, right? From people and from the outside looking in, they look at this picture and they think it's bad. It's not that he's out of shape is bad, right? Because look at some of the top fighters in the world. Look at Daniel Cormier. Look at, if you want to go to boxing, look at Tyson Fury. These guys aren't in shape, but they're in condition. Those are two completely different things. Being in shape is just looking good. It's aesthetic. Being in shape is literally just the muscles, the definition, the abs. That's being in shape. But being in condition to do a sport like boxing or whatever, you don't have to necessarily be in shape. You don't have to look good to fight good and be in good condition, right? So Deji's body isn't worrisome for me. What's worrisome is that he's not in the gym. So what the problem is, right, is you can be this big. You can get this big when you don't have a fight, right? You're just eating whatever you want to eat. But the good thing is that when you're in the gym and you're staying in the gym, your conditioning isn't going to go down that much. You'll still be right there. Say your conditioning needs to be here. You'll still be a little bit low here. And then when come fight camp, that's when you really ramp it up and you can get there. So his body isn't really what's, concerning me. It's the fact that he's not in the gym, because you not training at all. And then on top of that, gaining that weight, you're going to go from this is in condition. He would normally be here. He's going to be all the way down here. And it's hard. Getting in condition, especially for a sport like boxing, it is so hard. It takes a very long time. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of dedication. Man, I don't think people really understand the amount of time and the amount of effort you really have to put in to get in the proper conditioning for this sport. I've been playing sports my entire life, and to be honest, boxing is just another level. It's just completely different, the cardio you need to have. And unfortunately, I know a lot of you guys are rooting for him, but I think it's going to hurt him in his next fight. I think we're going to see it. Is he going to lose? I don't know. I don't know if he will really lose. I know they're eyeing on, I think the last time I heard, they're talking about fighting Winterson Nunes. But, I mean, maybe that would be a decent fight. But I know you guys don't want to see him lose. You guys don't want to be disappointed. And this is why I said after the Swarms fight, a lot of you wanted him to go jump right to fighting someone like Salt Poppy. And I was like, hold on. Pump the brakes a little bit. And now you're starting to see really why he's just not ready for that level. He's not dedicated enough. He's just not. I mean, and people can blame like Leon Wills, but it's not the coach's job to get on you, right? Like if I don't show up to the gym, my coach isn't going to come beg me to come to the gym. I mean, if I show up, he's going to be like, oh, yo, where the fuck have you been? What are you doing? Like, what do you plan on doing? But if I don't show up to the gym, it's my career. You know what I mean? This is a solo game. This isn't like a team sport where the coaches are going to be on you, because if you let yourself down, you're letting the whole team down. This is an individual sport. If you let yourself down, you're letting yourself down. The only one that's getting hurt is you. So they're going to care, but they're not going to be on you like you think. They're just going to let you do whatever you want to do with your career, because it's your career. So, it's kind of sad to see, but, I mean, we've seen it in the past, right? He lacks a little bit of that motivation, a little bit of that drive. I don't know if he is really into the sport of boxing. I mean, not saying that he doesn't love the sport. You can love the sport. I've known plenty of guys. There's a ton of fighters out there that love to fight. They love the sport of boxing, but they hate training. I've heard a million times that if they didn't have to train, fighting would be the best career ever for them. But, training is difficult. Training is hard. Training, believe it or not, is way harder than the actual fight. The fight is the fun part. The training fucking sucks. And you have to deal with that for weeks, for months, until you can get a fight. And then the fun happens for one night, and then you got to go right back to the hard shit. So it's tough. It's a hard sport. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. Shout out to Floyd Mayweather. That's, his little mantra that he has for him when he's in camp. A lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. And some people just don't have it, right? You see his brother KSI, he's got it. Some people just don't. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you either have it or you don't. Maybe you can develop it, but it takes just so much discipline. And, it was looking like Deji was heading in the right direction. Like, he was starting to gain that discipline. And now it's seeming like, he's back to his old habits, his old ways, and hopefully he can get back on track. And to be honest, I don't want to see him fight in the near future. I don't. I know a lot of you guys have been anticipating his comeback fight. I don't want to see him fight in the near future. If you're a Deji fan, you shouldn't want to either, because he can get hurt, man. This isn't a little pickup game or something like that. You know what I mean? You can get really, really hurt. And that goes for any fighter. If anyone is like this, I don't care if it's Deji, I don't care if it's Jake Paul, I don't care who it is, you know what I mean? You never really, or at least I, knowing the sport from behind the scenes, you don't really want to see someone get hurt, especially as being an influencer who isn't really like a professional boxer. If you're a professional boxer who's making millions of dollars doing this, that's one story. But if you're just some influencer who's doing this for fun, like Deji says, going out there and seeing him get severely injured and get, messed up when he doesn't really have to, it's going to be hard to watch. But like I said, it's seeming like Deji is lacking a little bit of the motivation. What can get that motivation back? I don't know. Maybe a big fight, maybe a decent name. I mean, maybe just throw him to the wolves. Throw him to Salt Poppy. After the Misfits Prime card. That card is coming up way too soon, so it's not enough time. But go ahead. If you want to throw him to the wolves to teach him a lesson or to get him motivated, because maybe that's what he needs. Maybe he needs a big name fight, a tough fight that'll motivate him and light that fire under his ass to get back in the gym and work hard. That's what's tough about this sport, man. Everyone is different. It's a case-by-case basis. You're never really sure what motivates a guy. You never really sure what's going on in the head. Not 80% of this sport is mental. So your mental capacity is a big deal. So let's see. We're really going to see now how mentally strong is Deji. But let me know, of course, in the comments what you think about this, and I'll catch you in the next video.